Now to my one-on-one interview with CMPD Chief Johnny Jennings as he reflects on the department's 30-year history as a combined force. You're looking at video shot by WCNC Charlotte back in 1990. At that time, the chief says the nation was facing record homicides driven by the surge in use of crack cocaine. Well, Charlotte Police and Mecklenburg County Police were responding as separate agencies at that time. The two ultimately merged in October of 1993 to better meet the needs of citizens. And Jennings, well, he was just a patrolman. Here's what he had to share about that period of time from his eyes.
It was a lot different. We had a lot of areas that were what we called back then hotspots, crime hotspots. Our approach back then was to target those open air drug markets, and it was a no tolerance approach. And as we've evolved over the years, we look at the fact that when you're arresting somebody for possession of drugs, and you're looking at they have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 arrests for possession of drugs, well, there's a deeper issue there. Community policing basically came on not long after I joined the Charlotte Police Department. Eventually, we had to learn how do we best provide services to the people that we serve to include them into how we approach their neighborhoods and their communities.
Well, right now in Charlotte, homicides remain an issue, but the city is seeing new issues compared to 30 years ago, including street takeovers and a rise in social media-driven car thefts. Get a look at these numbers from CMPD's mid-year public safety report. Overall crime was up 11% in the city between January and June of this year compared to the same time frame last year. The rise was mostly driven by car thefts, but we are making progress. According to the department, violent crime is down 8%, and that includes homicides, robberies, rapes, and aggravated assaults. However, one concern for the chief are crimes involving teenagers.
It's still shocking to me. I think there's probably one of the worst parts of this job is going out to a scene and seeing a 13-year-old that's been murdered by a 15-year-old, and we're seeing within our community a lot of the violent crime and criminal activity getting younger and younger. And even though we can sit and be proud of the fact that we're having a third year of reduction in violent crime, if we continue to see those young people get even younger that are committing those violent crimes, that should be concerning to not just the police department, but all of our community. I do think that it has to be holistic and has to be responsibility of not just one entity, whether that's mental health services, community opportunities for young people.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about the changes at CMPD over the past 30 years, you can get up close and personal at the agency's new Expo and Historical Museum opening Tuesday at One Independence Center. And watch WCNC Charlotte tonight after Sunday Night Football to hear how the department's crime gun suppression team is taking on violent criminals and seeing success. Plus, the chief weighs in on the next 30 years of policing as new technology becomes a growing threat.